We live, y'all. August the 7th, 2024, the Mikey Justice Show. We're going to break down the results of yesterday's Missouri primaries. We're going to check in with these Olympic USA teams, and we're going to revisit the 10-year anniversary of the death of Mr. Michael Brown Jr. So y'all sit tight, y'all. It's 8/7/2024, the Mikey Justice Show. Roll it.
Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in 6th grade, and it can be scary
There have been about
sometimes.
380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for
The People's Podcast,
the Mikey Justice Show.
Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
You don't want to miss it.
There was a man that went by Mike. He liked night shows. And so many people wouldn't be bad. They had to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I am announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a 6th grader comment. This is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now.
All right. 8/7/2024, the Mikey Justice Show. How is everybody doing out there?
I know I'm doing all right.
Hope all is well. The temperature dropped a little bit, so it ain't been so muggy and hot. That's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Only bad thing is the grass was super wet.
Right.
I had a 2-hour appointment at the doctor, at the specialist. Went to see my dietitian, if that's the correct word.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I got done, had to cut that old grass, and there was 2 of the damnedest hours. I ain't feeling it. I'm a little sore. We ain't no spring chickens no more. So it is what
True
it
story.
is. What's going on this side of town, man? Any good news on your end?
Not much. You might have seen that Instagram thing, man. We dealing with a shortage of trash workers or something, man. That trash ain't been hit up in a week or so.
Well, yeah, on the local front, man, there's a lot going on. The big story is mostly that school situation around here with the superintendent.
Yeah.
With school starting any day soon.
Yeah.
I hope for the sake of the children, they get some control on that situation, man. That's one thing that I was thinking, man, that'll just instantly make the school system better. Go back to the uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
That way, all that what you got on and all those brands and all that other stuff, that could be least of the focus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it'd be more emphasis put on just learning and just being kids and just going to school. Mm-hmm. So I thought that you take all that gang stuff out of there. It's the same stuff when we went to school, man. We old, but we ain't that old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. I definitely think that the whole thing about the school lunches and the kids being able to eat, I don't know if you need to increase taxes, use some government funds, some donations need to be made, but that's another thing that I feel like the kids shouldn't care about going to school, whether or not they're going to be able to, get a meal like everybody else. I think that's separating people and trying to, that class system. You don't have enough money to eat, or you eat the low budget. This person got pizza, you got grilled cheese. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's gonna be some furniture moving at lunchtime because there's some extra going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, man, since we schools, I like to mention all mine, them Classical Junior Academy Cougars, them some of the high school Bulldogs, and all them people that are over there at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I explain all the time why I mention them, because I just appreciate they fight, man, when they went through everything that they went through. Mm-hmm. And I know it had been numerous people, you know what I'm saying? Right. But I just chose to pick them out to always keep their name going alive, man. They be like, keep their name out there. And since people decide to do the things that they do to make those type of people famous, then we going to make them famous. Right. We going to keep their name floating out here. So you're going to always hear me mention Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. And you got Columbine, Central Vigilant, Performing Arts, and a few others that I mentioned from time to time, but that's just my thing. With that being said, man, thought we was gonna well, they were gonna be lucky enough to get 2 first of the month shows, but we got a little business, so we ain't gonna get too raunchy and too silly for them. You hear me?
Right.
This is our first show of first Monday of Wednesday. I'm sorry, of August. You hear me? I won't disrespect nobody and call it the first of the month because I know it's the 7th, bro. This like the middle of the month. We broke.
Yeah,
we going
man.
through
What you tripping off?
You know what I'm saying? We already trying to prepare ourselves. We saving up for Halloween and Thanksgiving now, bro.
Right.
We gonna be broke. You hear me?
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be a problem around here. What else going on the local front, man? Yeah, back to that situation you saying about the trash, man.
Yeah.
My sister, she for the longest, man, she worked for the trash division and everything, and she always, said that it wasn't the best situation. You hear me? So I don't know what's going on with the trash, man. I know they just got a lot of stuff around here that they just need to get in order.
Yeah.
You know how they go. They say write your Congress people and all your aldermen and all that. From what you told me, you've done that a few times. I think the next step, man, is to do what we've been saying and try to run for something in these next couple of years. Man.
Yeah, man, it's gonna have to be that.
Man, I was trying to get people to share that post that I put up there about the you decide and all that, man, because I just felt like it was real important. Like, that's what we facing now. You hear me?
Right.
I'm like, man, there's so much racism and so much extra out here, man. It's like, do you guys know what we're in for? You have the dictator on one side, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, dude, I've been trying to be so nice and not put stereotypes and jackets on people, man. But I'm just starting to believe, man, that, if you turn in a blind eye and act like you don't see that bad rhetoric that dude is putting out, man, I can't help but call you racist. You hear me?
Right.
I like the little commercial when the guy said, they'll call us sexist, they'll call us rapists. Yeah, I heard of that old school mentality too. Before somebody could put that jacket on you, you try to shut it down and you do the best you can. You hear me?
Right.
But if that shoe fit, that jacket fit, bro, you can't do nothing but worry. You hear me? And that's how I be feeling about that, man. It's like, why is he so evasive, Mr. Trump, when they ask questions about just subjects and things pertaining to black people? Just point blank, period. It's always the old pass the buck, beat around the bush. Is never a straightforward answer. You hear me? Like people say, the singling out of the African American and all that, man. It's just certain things that if you for everybody, you wouldn't say certain things and you wouldn't do certain things. You know what I'm saying? You know those trigger words, and you know that stuff that's getting people going, man. Like that video I showed a couple of weeks ago where he was saying he was for all the people and anybody that really supports me, you wouldn't do nothing like that, man. You have to hold your people accountable. If you saying these are diehard Trump supporters, if he's saying I want to be for all people, I want to be a good president, I want to be this and that, don't let that man lie to you.
Right.
Hold them to that. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is a beautiful country, man. I was thinking about all of that stuff, bro. I say, when they start talking about the foreigners, you hear me?
Yeah.
Like I was telling you, and you know yourself, man, from just being a police officer, that's going to cut that department down big time if they get rid of a lot of those foreigners. And then these old black jobs that they claiming and S-hole jobs and all that, man, it's only certain people that are going to take those jobs because those same crumbs that we complain about is all that in the bag of chips to the next man. What they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Yeah, yes, sir. I mean, that's real, you know. Like I talk to my people all the time. I'm like, man, somebody got to free something for the low. That's what we say around here.
Right.
That's basically like do something for the low man. You know how I used to say, that's what made Franchise Boys a hit. Everybody can't afford a pair of J's, but they could buy a $5 white tee. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So sometimes you got to free something for the low. Somebody got to be the cab driver, the trash man. Yeah. Somebody gonna be on fries. Everybody can't get the little pin on their little hat to be on the grill. You're gonna be on fries sometimes.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. But it's all a job, it all make money, it's all a position, it all needs to be done. And it has to be done in a proper way. You hear me? And it's like the people that think that they're above doing stuff like that, they don't even want those jobs. So saying that people are stealing them and that it's illegal people and all that, man, I don't get none of that. We're going to get off into a few videos. What is the lady name? The young lady that made the statement about Kamala Harris. I don't want to mispronounce her name. She got some of that stuff I ain't never heard of, so I get it a little bit twisted.
Yeah, I know two of her names is Bevelyn and Beatty. I want to say her last name is Williams. I'm not.
Man, I'm not even gonna call her name because you made me feel stupid all week. He done told me I done put an extra R, extra N in there. I done call her Bevelyn, Evelyn, Beverly. I don't know the lady name, man. I just know that she had some very strong statements that she
Yeah.
made. And the thing about it, man, is well, once we get off into the video, we'll get to break down the things that I found interesting. I wouldn't say good or bad, you know, just
Right.
that's worrying question with me as far as what I seen. Before we get going, man, this first video that I want to show was a lady by the name of Stella Maggs. I don't know if everybody check her out, but she's like me, man. She well, she ain't like me. I'm not a woman and I'm not white. And she does make a point to say that all the time. Like, you know, she's middle class, she's white, she's a female. She like she should be the most
Republican
that there is, but she's like, you know, when you're not for all people, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, man. That's why United States, it's hard to say foreign because everybody here is foreign. It don't belong to some people. It don't belong to nobody.
Right.
And that's why people get it twisted, because they think that their race is superior and they think that something belongs to them. And they think that somebody owes them something. They think that they're privileged. Yeah.
One of them trigger words.
Yeah, one of those trigger words. You hear me? You know, and every time we say trigger, you know, we ain't talking about your Second Amendment right. And we're going to get off into that. Miss Stella Maggs had a problem with old Kyle Rittenhouse, man, not want to endorse Trump and everything. And it was like, hold on, dude. All of that bad rhetoric and you rolling with old boy and going to his rallies and conventions are the reason why you basically got away with murder. You hear me? And a lot of people watch this lady, man, because they say she try to keep it straight down the middle, be honest, be straightforward. You know, some of the stuff that I pride myself on, man. I don't swing either way. Like I said, if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If that make you think that I'm leaning a certain way, then that might be something that you need to look at within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't try to choose up, man. I try to make it make sense and be what it said. It's like, if we the land of the free, home of the brave, and people supposed to be able to come here, you know, you got the old, you know, everybody get to be who they want to be and all this and that. I see those Republican ads where they use words like the Rhino Republic now and the woke pronouns. Yeah, you know, then you got the performative sharing and all this whole cute stuff that they making. So I'm just looking forward to at the end of the year when they be talking about all them good words that got Googled the most and in the dictionary and all these new words. I hope to see a few of them, man, because them some hell of a words. Yeah, and I never heard them before. So we gonna see. You hear me? But yeah, we gonna roll this first video, man, and it's just Stella Maggs. I don't know if that's her handle, her name, or whatever like that, but that's what she goes under. She has like 80,000 followers on YouTube, makes some real good points, good videos, man, and she try to stay straightforward. She get a lot of people that come after her all the time the same way they do me, man, because it's just something about the real and the truth. A lot of people don't really want to hear it. You hear me? Yeah. So, you know, they don't
messing with my right to hate somebody.
Yeah. It's infringing on my right to hate. Yeah. So yeah, she's not the most favorable person to a lot of people, let me say that. But I do respect the fact that she does try to keep it all the way down the middle. She's not afraid to tell these people that they're wrong sometimes. And, you know, just doing what I ask other people to do, man, just use their platform. We're going to get more into that once we come back. And I'm going to tell y'all what it's about with me. But until then, we just going to roll this clip. Stella Maggs and her how she felt about old Rittenhouse saying that he will no longer endorse former President Donald Trump. Roll the clip, man.
That's fired. And that's a weird choice of words for me to use, considering the fact that the story involves Kyle Rittenhouse and Donald Trump. You guys know Kyle, the poster child of the Second Amendment and the saying, it's all righty if it's done by an alt-right whitey. Well, he's come out and said publicly that he is no longer voting for Donald. In an online post on Friday, Rittenhouse said that, unfortunately, Donald Trump has bad advisors, making him bad on the Second Amendment. If you cannot be completely uncompromisable on the Second Amendment, I will not vote for you. We need champions for the Second Amendment, or our rights would be eaten away and eroded each day. I support my decision, and I have no takebacks. Does Donald Trump have bad advisors on the Second Amendment? I couldn't tell you. But the guy did get shot at. So if he is having a change of heart on the Second Amendment, it's pretty understandable. Like, I know Kyle Rittenhouse is a proud murderer, right? So his moral compass doesn't exactly point in the right direction. But saying you're not going to vote for someone because of their stance on the Second Amendment after they literally got shot is pretty fucked up. And that's not me defending Donald Trump by any means. Like, don't get it twisted. Donald Trump deserves this. This is what you get when these are your supporters and the people that you appease. But it's pretty fucked up. And obviously hilarious. Kyle went on to say that he's going to write in on the ballot 88-year-old Ron Paul. Talk about adding insult to injury. Because Donald Trump even defended Kyle Rittenhouse. And that kind of endorsement really got Kyle in with the MAGA crowd. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they're going to turn on him now. Popcorn! Like, I can only imagine what Donald Trump is going to say about Kyle Rittenhouse now. Kyle is a big loser. He's a murderer. How do I have more indictments than Kyle Rittenhouse? And he killed 2 people. He's Hannibal Lecter. Oh, it's a bad day for the Trump campaign, that's for sure. Anyways, bye.
Yeah. Coming back live. Yeah, that's old Stella Max. I like the young lady, man, because like I said, she ain't afraid to tell it how it is. You heard me? And as far as that situation with old Rittenhouse, man, I feel where she's coming from. It's like, dude, come on, man. When you was getting your little BS off and everything, you was very much in support of that. Because it like they say about LeBron, it kind of padded the stats, stacked the deck a little bit in your favor. To me, don't like it because I feel like, man, the young kid at the time shouldn't even been in that situation. That's grown up business. You got people that get paid to do that. You took an assault rifle to a rally, which, like they say, when you go looking for trouble, you find it.
Right.
He ended up having in standing his ground and ended up murdering 2 people, almost killing the 3rd person. You heard me? Once again, I was like, I didn't like the decision by his mother to let a kid go there to that type of situation.
Right.
Your job is to protect him, support him, and everything else. And if you feel like it was right for him to be there, you should have been there with him. And maybe a grown-up could have helped mediate that situation, and it wouldn't have resulted into 2 people getting killed and 3 people getting shot. You hear me? So I don't like that. And it's like, if you really about that life and you really about holding up the dignity or whatever you call it of this country and people's rights and all that, and protecting what people stand for and believe in and all that, then you should have been the first person signing up for the police department, the military. You was ready to fight all the crime and upstand the law when you were just a kid. So, when you had to ask your mommy, could you take your gun there? But now as a grown man, you had the choice to do that. And this is the road that you chose. It don't look good because I feel like dude was guilty from the jump.
Yeah.
That old, rest in peace, my man's Demetrius Johnson. He was like, man, that was the most sickening, fake pro wrestling bull crap that he ever seen. Somebody really try to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got so much remorse and you feeling some type of way, man. That whole Second Amendment thing, man, it's a whole push to me by cowards. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's so they could get that W instead of that L. Nobody want to come out on the losing end. You hear me? We're going to talk all this tough stuff and we're going to make sure that we equip ourselves with what we need to win all these wars.
Situation that we created.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like as far as the AK-47s, the assault rifles, they should be banned all the way, period.
Yeah, I agree.
Because okay, you say somebody had their gun. The Secret Service had weapons and took that shooter out instantly. It was not for a civilian or regular person to be put in that situation. You don't get paid for that. That's not your job. That's not your position. But I'm thinking about it, right? You don't bring a knife to a gunfight. So that person had an AK-47. So for everybody there to feel like they had what they needed, were equipped to handle this type of situation. So what, hundreds and thousands of people, everybody there was supposed to pull out the AK, and multiple bullets supposed to be flying everywhere, and all innocent people, and all innocent people were supposed to get killed, hurt, shot, or whatever. And then, when the smoke settled, everybody's supposed to be like, well, we feel good about it because we were able to withhold or upstand our what you say, practice our Second Amendment right or whatever it is. You hear me? I feel like, man, you do have the right to protect yourself. You got the right to bear arms and all this and that, man. But it's a handgun like a police got. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you feel like crime is that strong, then you need to protect the police and the other people that's out here as well. Ban those weapons. That way it be a level playing field. Nobody has them. You know, that's something different when you're in the military, and when you join the military, they give you what you need to perform that job or the task you need the way you need to do it. That's what I say about anything you do, bro. When you work for the police department, did you take your own car? Take it to the shop, get police and everything painted on it, or you use the vehicle that they gave you? Did you put on the uniform that they told you to put on, or you came in there with your skinny jeans and your white tee?
Right.
With your Nike slides
with
on.
a mark of police on the side.
That you wrote with a Sharpie, wrote police, wrote security staff on the back of your shirt. No, I don't think you did. I think they gave you what you needed to work, man. I'm talking about, you know me, I ain't gonna lie. I done worked in many fast food places. I don't ever remember bringing my own spatula, broom, skillet, none of that. You hear me? When I got there, man, whatever I needed to perform that job the right way was given to me. If you needed AK-47s and assault rifles, then they'll be giving them to the police and everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you say, they gave up their Second Amendment rights to go be at a rally, give their perspective, point of view, support whoever they support. They shouldn't have to deal with getting shot. I don't care what party you choose, what color your skin, man. It's not the new norm, and it's not cool. Because I've seen these same people that's fighting for those rights, that say they have those rights to stand their ground, bear arms and everything else, and don't back down. They were definitely ducking down when those bullets start flying. So don't talk out of both sides of your neck. It's not that easy. It's not the new normal. Like they say, no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And when the rabbit had the gun, you hear me?
Saw a lot of ducking.
You saw a lot of ducks when the rabbit had the gun. I saw a lot of ducks. So I saw a lot of ducks when the rabbit, you know, whatever. But moving on, y'all. Before we do, man, is there anything you want to add to that situation as far as Rittenhouse?
No, other than you know, echoing the sentiments of Demetrius Johnson, I feel like it was staged and fake, and man, you know, how you gonna lose control on the stand?
If Rittenhouse was crying and really going through something, then they should have let my boy that was wiping himself down with his plaits in his head that shot Officer Bohannon, then he's crazy. He ain't no more crazy than him. You know exactly what you was doing and all that other stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
But that's another one. You know, I'll get into that at another time. I had people that were saying that whole attack was just somebody in fear because of the relationship that the police have made out here with the public. And don't get me wrong, I think they have damaged some relationships very badly out here, but I don't think that's the reason, because it was 3 officers that came, and if it was really against a police and not because of somebody's skin color or no personal vendetta, then you probably would have tried to take out all 3 officers instead of just reaching over the balcony and just shooting one.
Getting one,
But that's a whole nother story. We'll get off into that another time. These next videos and clips I want to show, man, is just what I want to ask people, man. Like, is this what you want? Why are you endorsing this guy so bad? You cool with having a dictatorship because that's what you facing? Or do you feel like that you're so white privileged, or whatever you call it? You know, we don't even have to put race in there at all. But do you think that you're so superior that when all of these bad practices and laws and all this stuff come down, that it's not going to affect you? You know what I'm saying? You turning the blind eye. You don't see the racism. You don't hear the garbage. You don't hear, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not for us, man. Like I say, foreigners, bro, it's foreigners everywhere. You hear me? Like the female we're gonna show in a minute that spoke about you know, the Mexicans stealing all the jobs and them getting all the breaks and all this and that, man. I'm like, okay, I feel that, and I've been hearing that argument for a while. But what about the Arabs, or whatever the correct word? I don't mean no disrespect to them. Setting up a gas station on every corner.
Right.
And not only is it a gas station, they frying chicken in there, they doing hair, they selling t-shirts,
selling you hair, nails.
Man, it's all going down. What about the Chinese restaurant that's on every corner that ain't put a lick of money back in the community? You hear me? Come on now, we stayed at Marcus and Natural Bridge, Kings Highway, where the Mayday Parade came down the street every year. You hear me? And the Chinese restaurant be open. You think he would come out there and pop one firecracker, light a sparkler, give away a free soda, throw some ribbon, he cheer clap? Nah. They in there back there stirring up their rice, trying to get as much money as they can get.
Right.
They could care less about the community, and we don't We don't run up on them the same way we do our own people. I'm not condoning no violence. I'm not saying that it's right. You shouldn't do it at all. But I know one thing: we're quicker to do it to our own people way before we go do it to anybody else. You heard
man,
me?
and you brought that up, man. Bring to mind that the other spot, man, where the guy was employing us.
What's that? St. Louis Kitchen?
Yeah.
And they ended up killing them.
Yeah, and
trying to rob them.
Yeah,
Come on,
trying to rob the man.
You know, we got stories of that all day.
Yeah.
I lived through the murder mark of killing over there at the old Nationals on Natural Bridge in Newstead, man. You know what I'm saying? Where the employees sabotaged it, knew the ins and outs, how the doors locked, came back, man. Stuff like that, always inside job. You hear me? But like you said, that's the way you repay somebody that went out of their way to give you a job. This is not a corporate place. You hear me? This is not McDonald's. This is a guy's personal business, and he trusted you enough to have you make money. And because you couldn't get enough money or wanted more money, I don't really know the person around it. And you know, this St. Louis, we tougher than leather around here, so I don't want to say the wrong thing and nobody slide through and handle me. You know? But it's like sometimes you got to just step back and be like the nerve of some people. You hear me? You know. You do give them opportunities. You do take a chance on them, you know, and then they wonder why you have 12 people from one house working at establishment. Because I'm hoping that since it's your auntie, your cousin, your nephew, that you can trust some of them and they won't come up in here and shoot everybody. You hear me?
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to go that route, man. But, you know, it's all trickle down and it's getting real ugly out here, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, this next clip is just gonna show like what we're facing, man. Like the people that call it down for real, man. I don't be understanding why when he gets charged with something, everybody want to get so mad. You got to go to boarding up buildings and all this and that, man. I'm like, is that their way of saying that somebody is above the law? That probably is one person that don't have to follow the law, because if you wrong, you wrong. You hear me? You know, all that stuff about who Kamala Harris done prosecuted or this and that, man. If you wrong, you wrong. It don't got nothing to do with what party, what color your skin. We got foolish people out here, and I even call those people racist because, you know, the only person that claim that they're not racist when they know that they racist is a racist. Right? You know how they man. It's like I be feeling like how when you ask somebody or they talk about they been in the fight. They never say that they lost. It's always that they won or came out. They never got stole on. Even if they got stole once, they stole somebody else 3-4 times. Yeah. But not enough for you to put that L on the other side of that W. You know? So that's how I be feeling, man, when people be talking about this, like, man, why, you know, let everybody tell it. You know, ain't nobody racist, ain't nobody this, ain't nobody that. And it was like, it made me think about what you were saying, even about people like Trump and people that support him. He like, man, like those people, dude, are so racist, they don't even know that they're racist. I'm like, man, that's bad. You hear me? Yeah. Because basically what you're saying in so many words is that's their new normal. Right. That's everyday practice for them to get down like that, treat people like assholes and lower class people, and you just because you were born with a certain color of your skin or your people got a certain amount of zeros on their bank account, it just instantly make you in your warped mind think that you're more privileged and better than the next person. I just don't get it, man. Yeah. I just don't get it. But this video, once again, is just his own people, man, that's calling it down. Like, are y'all for real? And people that been right inside of his cabinet, his party. You got people like Nikki Haley. He has my full endorsement. Well, I need you to come out and admit that it was all pro wrestling because you talk bad about him. So what are you? You're a liar. So if you are, I can't believe anything that you're saying because I was about to vote for you because you had everybody really thinking that you was one of these people that, even though your skin didn't look like mine, that you was fair and that you was for all people. But once I saw this,
do something.
Nah. So all of that, you like Mr. Chime Time. After you give it a 0 or 1, hell no, I'm not eating her. You said the dude was a phony. He was a liar. He's all of that. But now he got your full endorsement. And for that reason, you get none of my endorsement.
For sure.
Roll the video.
Leaning back hard against on-the-record allegations in Michael Wolff's bombshell new book that members of his own team called him dumb and a dope. National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster reportedly called Trump an idiot with the intelligence of a kindergartner back in November. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson reportedly called the president a effing moron.
Old, weak.
Many don't feel he is fit.
Sick. Tired.
Too old to serve.
Stammering. Slurring.
He was ranting and raving.
Slipping. Forgetting.
And the guy just kept getting confused.
Slow.
Panic has certainly set in.
You know which politician we're talking about, right? Oh, you thought it was about Joe Biden?
Venezuela, it's unbelievable.
Is he all right?
Let's think about some more words. Liar.
I have absolutely no idea who this woman is.
Criminal. Rapist.
I'm here because Donald Trump raped me.
Scammer.
I can say very clearly President Trump is a liar.
Con man. Gross. Vain.
I don't care about you, I just want your vote.
Cruel.
You are a rude, terrible person.
Disgusting. Creep. You know exactly who we're talking about.
You won't have to vote anymore.
Don't you?
Man. We back live, y'all. I mean, and then the thing about it is, like, people that support him will try to say that it's all the radicals or whatever words they like to use, because they like to always pinpoint all the words that everybody else like to use when they describe them. They'll say we're racist. They'll say we're sexist. You hear me?
Right.
Man, I ain't really seen too much negative or bad that Kamala Harris does. When when you have people that have been indicted on 30-some charges, the document situation and all the other stuff, the falsifying your tax record, the as petty as the hush money is, man, the crime is that you're scamming the people and that they thinking that they're sending you money for a whole nother reason. And from where I come from, as a grown man, we was taught you pay your own P bill. And since it's a family show, y'all, it's OPP. You figure out what the P means.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you sitting on millions and billions of dollars. You brag about all the money that you got all the time.
Yeah.
But you're going to take innocent people money. And not only do you take their money and lie to them, and use it for your hush money, when they convict you of the crime, you start selling them tennis shoes and Bibles so they can give you some more money to pay your fine. Pay your own P bill, dog. For real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, where in that type of statement, that ad or whatever was a lie to you? Like, okay, if you saying that you're grabbing little teen girls by their private and everything else, and somebody wants to call you a pedophile, you might have to wear that jacket. You hear me?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like Cat Williams and everybody said, I'm just saying, Michael Jackson, they don't accuse you of nothing for 20 years and you ain't done nothing. You done something. You hear me?
Yeah.
You done something. That dude been wearing this jacket and everything for the longest, man. I told you what I thought it was when he got in there the first time was just people being so racist that after Obama 8 years, it was like, man, we want anybody but that ninja. You hear me? So a clown that was taking over the airways on top of social media, taking advantage of the times that we're living in right now, capitalized off that situation. And after he did his 4 years, they seen how incompetent he was. He had no experience. How can he get all of these charges and everything on him, but everybody else's administration is the worst ever? What made yours so great? And they're ruining the country.
Because I got more charges than any of them.
Dude, you have made this country back more racist than it ever been. Like some people, they were like, oh, well, I'm glad we ain't in those old times like we used to be in, where you was going to the back to drink out a separate fountain and going to the back of the bus and people spraying water hose on you and dogs and all that. I'm like, nah, you got to realize what's going on. It's even worse today. You hear me? Because instead of them spraying water on you, they're spraying bullets on you.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? they're doing way worse to you. They're not seeking the canine on you. I rather, as much as I hate that damn dog and scared of it, bro, but you rather have 6 bullets in the eye or a dog biting you.
Right.
You might survive way quicker than you would 6 bullets to your head. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Cause you boiling some water.
Yeah.
Dude, if boiling water was going to start a fire, then you need to be getting Church's chicken and Popeyes every day. Don't cook nothing at your house.
Right.
Because like I said, if you got an electric stove, bro, it's controlled heat. It's only going to get so hot. And if you're using gas, you know what I'm saying? The flame only going to go so high. If that pot just ain't got no water on it, which you will see it's smoking and starting a fire, then that's something different. But take that water off the stove that's boiling because it's going to start a fire. Take them ramen noodles off the stove. Take them hot dogs off. Don't cook a damn. It's not going to start a fire.
Yeah.
Way to just make any reason to just shoot somebody. You hear me?
Yeah.
But I seen the interview with him, man, and it was like She said she was going to rebuke me, and man, I mean, he was trying his best to drum it up, as much as he could. You hear me?
Right.
Yeah. So before we go to break, man, I just wanted to LBS, man, just a new segment I'm just want to do, man, with let's be serious, man. Let's be serious. You see that in a lot of people's texts and phones and all that stuff. So let's be serious, bro. Man, I'm trying to get people to share that post because I'm telling you, take advantage of social media. That's how we level the playing field. They want everything to go viral. I'm like, okay, let's test their cashews. Can I still get my credit and my clicks when I'm bashing you or telling the truth about what you putting out here and that bad rhetoric? We got a video coming up with a lady that just goes in on Kamala Harris or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I know that just with her being black, going in on another black lady, man, that is must-see TV, I'm trying to see, okay, she getting a lot of noise. She making a lot of noise, getting a lot of views and clicks. Is she still going to get her money? Because to me, that's the type of stuff that you should take advantage of with social media.
Right.
If you really going to jail like this female is going to say in these next videos and facing 41 months, then do like they do. Use social media or whatever to set your family up or whatever else. You hear me?
Right.
And then, once we see this video, man, it's a lot of things that I saw. Like I said, I wouldn't necessarily say it was right or wrong, but it was definitely questions that I had after I saw this video. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do, man. We're going to take a pause, let everybody, take a little break. Might have to go to the bathroom, get something to drink. We'll do what we do around here, check the levels, see how everything going, see how the show progresses and so forth. And we got a few other things to go into when we come back. 4 levels of stupidity. That was one that I saw that caught my eye. So when we come back, y'all, we're going to see if we can get into these 4 levels of stupidity. So y'all stick around, hold tight. We'll be right back in a minute. We complaining and we're down a couple of hundred. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still never got that question addressed about when they out here, killing each other and doing it to themselves. You hear me? They don't want to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Because it's too real. And like I said, who the hell am I? I don't make enough money to give my opinion. So maybe I'll come buy some more hamburgers and they'll hear your boy out a little bit. Do something. Because that's how they play you, man. I can tell you firsthand, bro, that it's way too hard to try to get involved out here. News people don't want to hear from you. The politicians, the aldermen, your congressmen, they don't respond when you hit them up.
They
don't
just
call
want you to vote.
Yeah. You get the same old chain like letter, typical response all the time.
Oh, thank you for your question. By the way, sign up for my email.
For my newsletter.
Yeah. And
thank you, Mr. Justice. Your concerns are very important and this and that. You hear me?
Right.
So that's what be bothering me about the Wash U and people supposed to be peacefully protesting. You hear me? They go in gung-ho when they go after those people. I be thinking, man, that they should go like that when they trying to serve those papers to people. Because how many times has it happened? You hear me? Like what's the whole purpose of having multiple police and a big presence if y'all ain't going to enforce that authority on that person?
Right.
You hear me? Because taking more people, how they do it is just making more people vulnerable to get shot and everything else.
Yeah, we ain't going to take it serious.
You know what I'm saying? You don't come with that same aggression with somebody that you know is a criminal, but people that's supposed to be there in an organized, structured protest, you come out guns blazing on those people. You hear me? It don't make sense. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once again, bro, like I said, they wonder why people don't get involved in all this. You hear me? We back live, y'all. Yeah, man, I was having my man Phil pull up an interesting video that I saw on YouTube. It was talking about 4 levels of stupidity. And the thing basically it was saying is just how social media and all the stuff that's going on has basically warped people's mind and kind of sacrificed, if I could use that word, their ability to make correct judgment, think for themselves, just being clones and being puppets and going with the typical and explaining some of the reason why people choose to endorse things that they know are wrong, why people choose to make some of the decisions that they make. it was really in depth, and I was telling him that it deserved to have a whole show. So I didn't want to just get too deep into it, but I wanted y'all to kind of prime yourself and kind of get an idea or feel for like what it is and really understanding what that is. It was like must see TV to me because it made so much sense about, you know, just the decision making that people have now and a lot of the things that's going on. You checked it out.
Yeah.
What did you get from that, man, so far?
Man, I thought it was I don't know who this is. Okay. This somebody calling in for the show. Caller, hold on. Let me finish this thought and then call back. But yeah, the levels of stupidity, man, I thought it was really in depth, and it made a lot of sense as to why people decide to be willfully ignorant to what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, we say like press the easy button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part about it, man, you know, we was doing a lot of focusing on the performative sharing and people just wanting to go viral now and being the first to say they got something and, you know, all that stuff like the news. You saw it here first. You heard me?
Right.
So the whole element of surprise and wanting to be the first. But when they broke these 4 levels down, they didn't even touch on nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And it just got into more or less just trying to pick people's brain and just really what people was thinking. And like I said, it was very interesting, and hopefully we can have it ready, man, and give it the time that it really deserved. Really be having so much time on here. Let me see what we're looking like now. We can either show the video of the young lady with the Kamala Harris situation. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have saw it by now. You know what I'm saying? The young lady said that she was getting indicted for basically blocking an entrance or something like a Planned Parenthood or something like that. Two sides to every story. I don't know, but she did say that you know, Kamala Harris was incapable of running. She's incompetent. She's not for black people and all this other stuff, man. And you be your own judge on that. The only thing I got to say about that is if you really about your people voting for the right person and really wanting to educate them, then you probably should have came forward with that information a long time ago. You heard me? You know, don't do like some of the local politicians did around here, and I ain't gonna say no names, but they only made those type of statements and got involved and got the community on deck with what was really going on when it started affecting them personally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you all about educating your people, making sure we vote for the right person, putting us in the best situation, like why would you hold on to that information just for yourself? You know what I'm saying? That's valuable information, and that's what we need to start doing. Like, I want people to share that post, man. Do y'all want a dictator? Do you want a woman, a black, you know, what we're really facing, because we got a few days and that time is ticking down fast. And once we get to that point, like I said, we usually don't handle problems until we get slapped in the face with them. We should be able to do something about it, realize who we voting for, understand the candidates and what's going on way before we get to that point. So that's where I'm at with it, man. And then, like, you know, I didn't like them saying that the Mexicans and that the illegal immigrants and stuff, as far as the schools and everything, I don't think that that's a knock on the Biden administration or nobody. I think you got to look at the schools. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because I was always taught that before you could register for school, you had to have proof of address, birth certificate, social, you know, shot records, all that kind of stuff. So I don't understand how could a illegal person be in the schools, because you won't have the right information that would make you legal. So you shouldn't be accepted into those schools until you get your paperwork right. There's no type of way. Jobs, you still have to have social security cards and other stuff. So if those jobs are hiring those people and they're illegal, then those jobs should get in trouble. It's no different than when they send like a garnishment or child support order to your job. Your job legally has 30 days, 60 days to respond. We want this money. You better start taking it out. And if they don't adhere or whatever to those laws or rules, then those business or whoever get fined or get punished. So those schools shouldn't be letting people in there if they don't have the proper paperwork or credentials.
Or the shots or whatever.
Or none of that stuff. So I don't understand the whole thing about how they're illegal, unless it's just some inside job from the jump. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, you know, we could either take this next call if they want to go ahead and call in, or we could roll my next video. I want to show Officer Darren Wilson's response, man, to that Michael Brown shooting. You know, I don't recall him saying too much or really being held accountable, but I do remember that exclusive interview that he did with George Stephanopoulos. And a lot of people say his body language, man, wasn't really right. They was like, and then I didn't like some of the things he was saying, like, you know, he asked himself within the training that he got, would he be lawfully, can I shoot him?
Yeah.
Not if it's the right thing to do or whatever else. It was like, I'm kind of ticked off now. I'm irritated. And am I within my rights is the question on camera that he said basically he asked himself.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounded like to me, it was more like if I shoot dude, can I get away with it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Can I use my judgment and shoot him?
Yeah.
He did enough where I want to give him a bullet. And then he said he went down, but he was still looking like he was lunging towards me and he was going to tackle me and he was going to do this and he did that, man. Once again, he made up a whole scenario in his mind.
Yeah.
If y'all that scared, man, just don't be police.
Right.
Tase to do whatever, but once he went down and the person giving up, man, come on, man, they're not no threat to you. You hear me?
Yeah.
Something need to be straight up done about that. Oh, girl, you had even white people, man, the people you just saw it, people their own peers saying that it was unjustified. It was no reason for it. She was not no type of threat. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So, like on August the 9th, man, that'll be the 10-year anniversary of that shooting.
Yeah.
I was very troubled at the time I seen it. I hope my people, and I know they're watching now, I told them, I was like, man, this is some of the biggest stuff I ever seen. It felt history making at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Leslie McSpadden spoke about you know, them leaving her son out there, her not being able to touch them and everything else, man,
Mm-hmm.
you heard all mother come out of her.
Yeah.
She was real as it can be, you know, just the struggle with him trying to graduate high school, everything he was going through, man. It was like the start of a lot of that. You know, Trayvon Martin and other people was the first. Don't get me wrong. It happened many times. You hear me?
Yeah.
But it was just something about that situation, man, that just, to me, was just the whole start of some of the divide that this whole country is dealing with right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very important day. I never want to forget about it, man. And, you know, I'm glad they got exhibits and everything out now where they're trying to showcase more of who he was as a person. Because, I mean, I done heard them do it with people that had way worse stuff on them than Mike Brown Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm glad that they're trying to paint him in a different light. He was still a kid, man. I just don't feel like what happened to him that he deserved none of that. You hear me?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, man. How many of us know how to make rational decisions or make the right decision at 18? Some of us were very childish, foolish, you know, running around smoking blunts, cigarillos, and all of those hip stuff.
All
man.
that,
So,
just trying to be as cool as you could be.
Just trying to fit in,
Yeah.
because that's the way they make it. And that's what I was saying about the clothing, the pop culture, social media, and all of that, man. They put you in those type of situations. And then, you know, when the kid fall kind of, you know, by the wayside or don't do too good in those type of situations, everybody want to look all crazy. And, you know, like I was telling you about my cousin, man, you know, he took his own life a couple of years ago, man. And I never thought that the struggle would be that hard out here, you know. But when you setting people up for failure, man, like I remember the preacher and everybody was like, you know, she was like, I'm just not feeling all this extra emotion and this crying and all of this. Don't get me wrong, it's a sad situation. But she was like, if y'all show people that kind of love, be in their camp, support them, and just show them that love, give them their flowers while they're here, then they wouldn't resort to that type of stuff, man. And I 100% believe that that's a true statement. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? She was like, this is uncivilized. It's uncalled for, you know, and she just wasn't feeling it. And I'm the same way. And that's how I was about this situation, man. You know, we get to roll it and watch Darren Wilson's response or what he said, man, and we'll chop it up a little bit after it's over, see what y'all think about it. But never said right at the time, and it still don't sit right to this day. 2 more days, 10-year anniversary of Mike Brown killing y'all. So, you know, we'll watch the video and y'all tell me what you think. Roll it.
After he's coming at me and I decided to shoot, I fired a series of shots and paused.
What did you see?
I noticed at least one of them hit him. I don't know where, but I saw his body kind of just flinch a little. And after that, I paused and I again yelled, you know, stop, get on the ground, giving him the opportunity to stop. And he ignored all the commands and he just kept running. And so after he kept running again, I shot another series of shots. And at least one of those hit him because I saw the flinch. And he stopped. I stopped and I said, you know, get on the ground, get on the ground. Well, this time he's about 15 feet away. So I start backpedaling because he's just getting too close and he's still not stopping after, from what
you were backpedaling?
Yes, away from him. Because I was like, he's already running through these shots. I mean, they weren't phasing him. It didn't matter to him. And he was looking through me. And as he gets to that 15 feet after I fired the second round of shots, he gets to about 8 to 10 feet. And as he does that, he kind of starts to lean forward like he's going to tackle me. And 8 to 10 feet is close. I mean, if he's going to tackle me, he's going to tackle me at that point. And I looked down my barrel of my gun and I fired, and what I saw was his head, and that's where it went.
Wow. Man, I looked down the barrel of my gun, let a shot go, and it went into his head. This is the second round of shots, third round, because he already said that he had let go a second set of shots.
Yeah.
And then he didn't necessarily say, he said he kept running. Like running what? Like to disrespect your authority, you stop. I think if he was running towards him for clarity and to clear his name, wouldn't he would have said, and he continued to run towards me? He said after I shot him, he continued to run. He said like the shots wouldn't phase him. So what, you looked at him like he was Incredible Hulk? Superman? I don't give a rat's. Man, you getting shot and lead put in your body. Them shots affecting you. And then he got so close that he finna tackle me. Not with 6 bullets, not one in his private in his head. After he tackled you, he would have quickly let you go. And I don't think he was able to tackle you because while his momentum is coming forward, you still saying that you're backpedaling.
Right.
So you steady maintaining this 15 feet. If he ain't grabbed you yet within that measure, he ain't gonna grab you. You hear me?
Yeah.
You got 15 feet here. Okay, he's coming here. You steady moving here. He's here.
Yeah.
He's here. He's never going to tackle you. You hear me? And by the way, eventually I think his momentum, whatever his ability, is going to be slowed down after having multiple bullets in him.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was going to be able to keep charging at you all that fast.
Yeah.
You hear me?
And if you moving backwards, I mean, come on. You moving backwards, if somebody closing the distance to you, the first thing you're going to do, move to the side. At least that's the first thing I would think to do.
Bro, you could back up and, okay, I done shot you now.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to kill you. Okay,
even if I was still shooting, I would move to the side. I wouldn't just keep backpedaling. I feel myself on the car?
Well, you know how they go. When I got the badge on, the gun in my hand, and I'm authority, then I shouldn't have to do all that. You're supposed to respect who I am and what I said and this and that. And if you don't, then all I do is get I don't have time to tell you to stop it, chill out. I don't want to go there. I don't want to take your life. I'm just trying to do my job. Just cut it out. I don't have time to say none of that to you. But I got time to ask myself, am I within my right to shoot and kill you?
Right. Yeah.
You hear me? Some more of that Stella Mags. I don't have time to put up what I'm saying. No fact checking or none of that. You heard me? I got time to make this video calling you out, but the video with me putting the proof of all this garbage that I said, I didn't have time to make this, but I did have time to call you out and make this video.
Yeah,
you hear me? I didn't have time to tell you, to stop it. Don't charge at me and all this and that. And I'm still trying to figure out why did you give him all of these second chances? Because remember from the first story, he's supposed to reach in the car. The gun went off in the car. Residue on his hand. That's supposed to prove that he reached for your gun.
Yeah, and
all this and that. So after he did all that, you didn't decide to shoot him when he started running towards you. He's running. He's closer in the car grabbing your gun than he was running towards you.
Right. Yeah.
But you didn't decide to shoot him then.
Right.
You know why? Because you're lying.
Yeah.
When things don't make sense, the puzzle pieces don't fit, bro. It's because you lying.
And the main thing that really killed me about it, man, is the ease in which he was lying. Like he was just saying it so
and I saw his body flinch and then he backed up. Then I backed up. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And then he thought he was covering everything, but I saw dude smirking, man. Like I saw that little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah. I wonder, as a guy, I can't think of his name, but he breaks down body language and all that stuff all online. And I'm pretty sure that he did that one because he does all the top high profile type cases,
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that that he broke that down, man. But yeah, in 2 more days, 10-year anniversary of that, man. Ain't no telling where that guy at. Did he change his name? But if they start doing like they did in the George Floyd situation, the Sonya Massey, I don't want to see it happen not nan more time. But if they continue to charge these people and let them know you're not above the law, man, it should be something very, if you don't see a weapon or whatever or something, man,
for overzealous police and police that act out, I think it should be like a registry, like a sex offender registry. Like you just can't be a police officer no more.
I feel you. That's a good idea. If you've been charged with any type of hate crime, anything on the racist tip, you said something on radar, like they go back and check and see if you got an OnlyFans page and troll you and fire you because what you do off of the job.
Be a teacher.
You can't be no if you posting that type of stuff, you promoting hate, anything like that, man. Check these people profiles, man. What they say, they write manifestos and all of this stuff. They explaining how they're going to shoot up buildings and kill all these people,
Right.
But once again, as long as they talk about use people and not y'all people, then you turn a blind eye. You don't hear none of that stuff. But man, it's right there, man. And I'm gonna test people's cashews again, man. We're facing. Do you all want a dictator? I don't understand it. You hear me? Because like I said, that's what you got to pick from. And if you don't want that, then you have to get to the point where you're ready to accept a black woman being your next president. So that's your choices. So I'm like, are you able to put all that extra behind you, endorse her, give her a chance? Because Biden done had foe, Trump done had foe. Everybody, man, we done seen what they can do. You didn't want Biden there, you got him out of there. Obviously, they didn't want Trump in there because he ran the second time before he didn't win.
Got him out of there.
So give somebody else a chance. Don't talk out of both sides of your neck. Everybody say that how bad the country is and where is that and this and that. Okay, then try something new. You're not going to tell me that these 3 years or however long that Biden's been running after Trump is the reason why the country is in so much of a mess that it's in. You're
right.
No, that's not the reason. So I hope everybody help me out, help her out, donate money to her. Will she be able to run ads, compete, be on that level so it'll be even playing field because this is about your country. So you don't want to just pick somebody because they're saying what you like, and you don't want to not pick somebody because of the color of their skin. So once again, level the playing field. Give these candidates time to talk about what they talk about. You hear me? Man, in that election yesterday, bro, like the people that I didn't really see campaigning and I didn't know nothing about it, I didn't vote for them.
Right. How could you?
I didn't give it no votes. I don't like how it went about the whole, you got to pick Democrat or Republican. I thought when you vote, you should be able to pick whoever you want. Because I'm not necessarily none of that. If you speaking the right views, you're about all people, and you talk about making it better, then you might could get my vote. I hate the fact that just because I pick Republican or Democrat, that take away my right to even be able to have you as a candidate. It didn't even look right to me. I ain't like that, man. I felt like it was some funny business. And then you had all those other states that they were trying to get results and putting in the information in the computer, and they're steady saying no results and all this and all that. You hear me?
Right.
And you got people at the poll, they say they just lollygagging and working and acting like ain't nothing wrong, votes ain't being counted and all this other stuff, man. So you never know what to believe. I don't think it was 100% truth in what the Republicans were saying about the election being stolen and all that, but as far as it being tampered with or something going the way that it shouldn't, that's not that unbelievable.
That ain't far-fetched.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's all that old underhanded stuff going on, man. But before we get out of here, man, I like to congratulate some of them good old Olympic people, man. Your girl Sonny Lee won the bronze on the uneven bars. United States men with King James out there still in the running for the good old gold medal. Man, did you see the Noah Lyles, the photo finish? Bro,
lean.
I would say that dude ain't my favorite, man. But I gained a whole different level of respect for him. Like that last race. When it count, he's there. If you're going to be arrogant and talk it, you got to walk it. And when it count, he has done it.
Walk it like I talk it.
He holds the title of world's fastest man. So if you ask me, bro, he's official. Simone Biles coming out very humble this time, giving it up. I ain't the only one out here. There's some good people that could do their thing too. You hear me?
Yeah.
And she didn't have the same results she had in some of those other Olympics, man.
Yeah.
But just the growth and the humbleness, I can honestly say that was the best Simone Biles that I've personally seen. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe not a better gymnast, but definitely better woman, better person. Yeah, I like my
Mature.
black job.
Yeah.
Yeah, mature. Yeah, speaking up, man. Use that platform. You got a lot of people that look up to you, that depend on you, and your words matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I really like the fact that she finally getting her grown on, stepping up, and speaking out about stuff. You hear me? It's more than just clocking them dollars and getting all the fanfare and all that. It's stuff going on, and it's supposed to matter.
Yeah.
It should matter. You know. That's why I like when people like LeBron James start saying stuff, stepping up. A lot of people don't like it, but it is what it is, man. Let me see. Was it anybody else that I wanted to mention on that list? Your girl Sha'Carri Richardson. She ended up getting the silver, won the gold, man. But everything she did and having to lay out and sit out 3-4 years, redemption for me. You hear me? You know, she said, "I ain't back. I'm better." You hear me?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know. She got to compete this time. Ain't heard no whole bunch of scandal on her, man. So I'm just like, for her, Simone Biles and all them, man, I just really appreciate their growth, man.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people need to take their advice and just start growing up a little bit around here. You hear me?
Right.
Who else? The women's swimming team, man. They broke a
Katie Ledecky.
Yeah, Katie Ledecky
showed out.
Yeah, they broke a world record and all that, man. We are way ahead on the medal count this time. You hear me?
Yeah.
But I was gonna ask you, I was like, man, is United States a super team? Cause to me, when that Boo and Joel Embiid, because I was like, some of them Africans like, hey, dude's supposed to be on our team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time I look, hey, I know Sunni Lee, you know. I ain't trying to be funny,
nah,
but
she
the
from
eyes,
Minnesota.
you know, she got a little of that
right
in her, you know. So she from some different parts.
Yeah.
It's just a few people like that, man. So I'll be like, if they kicked out all the foreigners, let them tell it. Then some of these teams wouldn't be as strong.
Yeah.
You know, I say we'll have a lot less police officers. We'll have a way smaller military.
But you know, a lot of them other people. From other countries that's winning medals, they train over here in the United States.
Yeah, they was born here, they got their freedom here and everything else. Hey, it's no different than when Shea Gilgeous want to go play for Canada. If you came up here, man, and this is where you got your bread and supported your family, you was born here. It's so hard to get rights to be here. So if they finally say you're a real American, you got some people that ain't finna let you tell them nothing no different.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay, I'm American.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I say Embiid trying to win a gold medal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not with LeBum on your team. not LeBum James. Man. But yeah, man, hopefully, like I said, before we get out of here, man, I just want to reiterate it one more time. Please, y'all, share those posts. Let's just see what we facing. Let's get real with it. Let's be serious. It's just that time, y'all. Do you want a dictator or do you want a woman? And if you all about the dictator, man, let me know what's up, because I'm in the dark. I don't know what's so good about him. You hear me? I'm scared because I thought America's supposed to be about freedom, being able to be yourself, being who you are, you know, and all of that stuff, man. So when you say dictatorship, it does not resonate with me. If that's the word that the people like to use now. You hear me? Yeah, man. So hopefully, if you couldn't get in on the line, you could call 314-282-5086, leave a text, leave a comment or something. But please, y'all, let's level that playing field. Let's support each other, man. Let's see if we can just make that thing go viral. Don't be scared. Test their cashews, see what they want to do. And I guarantee you, any money that I get, I'm putting all mine in the pot. I'm trying to make sure we get the right people. We too grown, we too smart. We can't keep falling for this ain't garbage, y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I say? It's just time.
Right.
Yeah. And with that said, for my man Phil, this been Mikey Justice, man. Bruh, I don't have enough time. I just be wanting to just get off into it, man, because it's real life and it's just stuff that's going on. You hear me? But hey, that's what they give us, y'all. So I guess you got to wait on 7 more of them, and we'll try this thing all over again. But for my man Phil, it's been your boy Mikey Justice. Appreciate y'all for watching, and we out.
Peace.